Anyway, so next,
A bit of a planning round.
yeah, we need to think about what we want to do here because we don't actually know when the DLC comes out. It comes out in May, but they don't have a specific date. And we've only got what 2 weeks, 3 weeks left of April. A little over 3 or over 2. There's what 30 days in April, right? Yeah. So just over 2 weeks. So two Fridays. Actually, I can bring up a calendar.
Between 2 and maximum of 5, 6 Fridays.
Just a second. Yeah, it looks like it's just May. You would think they have a specific date by now, but who knows? Who knows the reasoning there? Calendar. Okay, so April, we have 2 more Fridays in April. And then May is longer month, right? So 6 possible Fridays. Again, it'd be nice to know.
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 10th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2023 in San Diego is April 22nd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. So this was our 8th session for this particular mod campaign, which I think is fairly typical for us. Somewhere between 6 and 8 sessions for these full from level 1 to 12. Although this one we technically started at level 6 but then anyway, it doesn't matter. We're usually about let's see. Actually, let's see. I can search this stuff because I kind of check this out. Or try to keep track of this stuff. So the Forsaken Isle took us at least 10 episodes. So 10 streams. Let's see. So I'm going to say it usually probably takes us from 8 to 10 streams to get through a campaign. And we don't really have that much time this time. So, because we only have, what, 6 or so Fridays, probably before the DLC comes out.
Let's the maximum, maybe shorter.
It could be shorter, yes, because we have at least 2. At the very minimum, it's 2 Fridays. In reality, it's probably, I'm going to guess, probably 5 would be my guess. Because that would put it the middle of May for the release of the DLC. So, what we could do...
take a short break or change games until it releases and then get fresh motivated back to D&D?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The question is what will we play on Fridays? And that's the real question. What would we play on Fridays?
I haven't looked into Project Zomboid in a long time. Have they done any major updates recently, or not?
The last time I looked was back in October, I think, and I wouldn't say major.
Yeah, I think they're still doing regular updates, but I'm not sure if anything major has been pushed out.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I haven't really looked at it anytime recently.
The only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that one would be okay. Could always say MechWarrior 5, but you don't have that.
Yeah, I'm too cheap. And they got MechWarrior Online, so I don't see why I need MechWarrior 5. Same game.
It's actually fairly different in all because it's PVE instead of PvP. That's the big difference there.
Meh, I run around, I shoot mechs.
Yeah,
So-
it's the same concept, but it is definitely different. But yeah, I could understand. Like I'm okay. Like this would.
But
You
yeah,
know,
doing a MechWarrior 5 streams for Friday for the next little while, yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Because then you still got Hobo and Hurricane with that, so that'll work.
yeah, but I'd like to try and keep the group together. Can't have a band split up. When
The
we
only other thing I
done
can
this
think of is that crappy game Barony.
just favorite Barony. I don't know if we could do that for more than 1 or 2 sessions. That's the problem there.
And that's the thing, we only need it for 1 or 2 sessions. Oh, I guess we don't really know, but
Yeah, we need a minimum of 2. Probably closer to 4.
oh,
Would be my guess. Just a guess.
well, they might be able to cover 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and we don't have to play the same game every week. We can mix it up, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yep, you can bounce around between MechWarrior 5 and Barony, and maybe you want to go back to some older games you haven't looked at for a while, like, I don't know.
We can always do. We can do MechWarrior Online because all of us have played it, right? Or wait a minute, has Hurricane?
Not really.
I was gonna say I can remember if that's how you got me or not the first time. How you found the stream originally?
That was BattleTech Beta.
Oh, that's right. You used to kick my ass all the time. You're one of the
We played one game, and I got a lucky hunchback shot on your what was this? I'm thinking of Zeus cockpit. No, not Zeus. What's the 50-ton? We start with. Forgot the name.
Centurion.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought we played more. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the other German, Kalmasal, that used to kick the crap out of me. I knew it was
That's what we do.
I knew it was Germans that was kicking the crap out of me. I just forgot the name there because it was you, Camisol, and not American. Shit, Canadian. Sorry, he's on Canadian. Gonna kill me.
Do I know him?
Yes, that's the thing. He's working more now, so he's not in the stream as much. Crap, he's over.
Avram, Aeolus?
No. He's east of Hobo. He lives up in the northeast of Canada, I think. I think that's where he is. Crap. What the hell's his name? He's a sub, I think. I know he's a sub, and this is why I feel so bad because it's not like he's.
Live around there?
He's
You
not
mean
a
Tarkus?
It's Tarkus. That's why I feel so bad. He's one of the longtime subs, and I totally forgot. But he used to kick my crap and kick the crap out of me in BattleTech all the time too. It was the 3 of you, basic. Well, it was Kamasal and Tarkus for the most part, but Hurricane got me that, or not? Hurricane got me that once. Which I
So either way, we do take a Solasta break till the new DLC comes out.
That's what it's looking like right now.
Getting back fresh. And what do we do then? I'm good either way if we make a whole multiplayer campaign run with the start and the DLC, both of them, or just start with the DLC portion.
I know we discussed this a couple of weeks back. We were doing the Valheim stuff.
Is there new character classes or something coming out as well? Or?
No new character classes, but 2 new races: the gnome and the tiefling. So you have that to go for.
So if you want to do any of those, like starting right away from level 1, then yeah, redoing the campaign, that can kind of work maybe.
Yeah, because you got the original campaign. When I finished it, there was only it was no DLCs or anything. So I did it with paladin, cleric, wizard, and ranger. So so my save game is nothing special there. And are they going to actually let us to start at level 12 at the end of the campaign, or just do the DLC separate? Or because my understanding was supposed to be a continuation.
You can import a save game or just start the DLC campaign and roll some characters.
Yeah, Do we want to do that?
He even said in the stream that if you go in with fresh characters, there will be a way to obtain some magical level 10 items at the start.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be my concern there. Is you go in with starting characters and you got scrap. I mean, you got nothing really if you start off with fresh characters. So
in breaks, I was looking at the Solasta wiki and they added both the tieflings and the gnomes, and I was looking at them. If you want to hear some information what they would be good at.
Oh, I can tell you what they're going to be good at. They're gnomes and tieflings. Gnomes are going to be good at being rogues and
Barbarian.
yes, obviously barbarian gnomes are a thing.
At least at the 2 different gnome ancestries, I find it interesting. The basic gnome has 5 cells movement, can speak common and gnomish, has a bonus of 2 to intelligence, dark vision, of course, and the gnome cunning. He gets advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. That's the basic gnome. If you go rock gnome, it says additionally to that, he gets +1 constitution, artificious lore, that's a bonus on history checks, on magical items and devices, adding twice your proficiency. And he can use the Mankellon Rosary from the start, so crafting magical stuff.
Yeah, gnomes are in Dungeons and Dragons are pretty much the spellcaster, the arcane spellcasters like mages and stuff. So, I mean, that's where their stats kind of pointed to. Yeah.
Sorcerers,
yeah.
wizards.
Yeah, the arcane spellcaster, yeah. That's what they are typically portrayed as in Dungeons and Dragons.
And looking at the tiefling, we got movement of 6 cells, speaks common and infernal, so just another new
language.
+1
Saturday
to
and Sunday,
intelligence.
April 15th and 16th are the monthly giveaways for April.
She hasn't talked in a while.
A $25
It's going to be a long one
gift
too.
card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Hey Tex, welcome back.
Hello everyone.
We'll address your question here in a second.
My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will make him feel better about himself. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thank you. Okay, so text first. Have we tried the Banner Saga? I have Banner Saga 2, but I've never played it. I didn't even know it was a multiplayer game, though.
I just checked Banner Saga 1. There's no multiplayer tag on it. I don't know if there are other parts.
Yeah, like I said, I have it. I don't even know how I probably got it through Humble at some point. Banner Saga 2. I don't even know what the game's about. And like
pretty
I said,
much just a continuation of the original one, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Smack.
Yeah, it doesn't say multiplayer. So, yep.
Anyway, go ahead.
Just back to the Tiefling fast. Common and Infernal, movement 6 cells, gets bonus 1 to intelligence, 2 to charisma, dark vision, hellish resistance to fire damage, and Infernal Legacy gets the ability on rank 3, hellish rebuke on level 2 per 1 long rest, and on character level 5 it's cast darkness once per long rest, and uses charisma for spellcasting. That looks like a perfect warlock, or what I would like to do if we start from scratch, or the second part of the campaign, a tiefling bard, specialized in the healing.
That could work. Yeah, tieflings should be fairly versatile with their stuff. I mean, again, you don't have to, totally focus on their attribute bonuses and that kind of stuff, but they should.
It helps.
Oh yeah, it does help, but tieflings are usually pretty versatile. At least in Pathfinder, they seem to be, but they don't have do they have the different demon bloodline choices? I don't think so, right? Or do they? Is it just the one type of tiefling?
It's only one ancestry, the basic tiefling.
Yeah.
Maybe the wiki is not complete, I guess he stopped the VOD of the stream and just write it all down what was shown there.
Ah.
Or they got some information from the Solasta guys because it's the official wiki.
Right.
Yeah, if no one else is looking for the healer, I would love to do because Bard is the last of the inner strengths classes I would love to try out.
Okay.
And going for Tiefling with the plus charisma, that helps, and going for the healing. And if no one else is able to craft magic items, I would go for the academic background that can use them. And if someone else goes wizard, which can basically do the crafting, or goes gnome, the rock gnomes who can craft, then I would go the low life route and open the locks.
Low life route.
I mean, tiefling in the streets always is the low life, you know.
That's my area, the low life.
You can have multiple tieflings, so that's not a problem. So,
of course.
And Tex, as far as the Banner Saga, I'm not seeing anything on the Steam store page that says multiplayer. So, I mean, at least for Banner Saga, yeah, Banner Saga 2 doesn't look. I don't see anything that mentions multiplayer. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's an option currently.
I mean, if we start from the very beginning, that will be a long time with those characters. So if you have any idea what you want to do.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm still looking for something to keep us busy until then, though. Barony. Barony just keeps coming up all the time. I don't know why. Well, is there anything you guys want to play? That's the question too. Is there any particular multiplayer game out there that you want to try, or have, and you haven't had a chance to play multiplayer yet?
That I currently own, not as much.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've thought about that a few weeks ago. Maybe
Which one?
Deep Rock Galactic was on heavy sale.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the base game was about $7, I guess.
Oh, damn it. Didn't know that.
What game?
Deep
Rock
Rock.
and Stone!
Deep Rock Galactic. It's basically dwarves in space that mine asteroid type stuff. But it's a like build up your base and then get invaded by stuff type deal.
More the other way around. You have a base from where you go on missions, and it's like the inside of a big asteroid, and you have different stuff you have to achieve. Get this minerals, those, and then there are multiple side stuff, monsters to kill, and stuff to get in there.
Oh, I thought you had to defend
Only
your base too at some point. Or is that just something that happens?
Nothing that I saw.
Okay. So I've never
It's
actually
4
played
classes. I don't know if it's 4 players at the same time, but I guess it's a squad of 4.
Yeah, it's, as far as I know, it's multiplayer, but like I said, I've never played it before. It's got decent reviews, I think, too.
Yeah, 1 to 4 player co-op.
It's overwhelming positive. All reviews of over 150,000 reviews, overwhelmingly positive, and released in 2020 officially.
Oh, it's also Coffee Stain, the publishers from Valheim.
Oh, so that explains a lot.
But the different developer, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, base game is back to, I think, $19.99. No, $30.
It's back up to 30? Ouch. Okay. Elite Dangerous.
I have it.
Yeah, so do I. But that's a total time sink too.
I was never able to really get into it, but I only gave it maybe half a day.
Yeah, it's different. It's more of a, well, actually, it's not really that different. If you've ever played Eve and that type of game, it's kind of the same idea.
Base game is still down below $7
Yeah, it's
for the
not.
next 18 hours. So, by the way,
I got it free from Epic like a couple years ago, so
Oh, okay.
yep. Elite
RPG in a
Dangerous.
box. Is that anything any interesting?
What was that again?
RPG what?
RPG in a box. I think it's more for making your own
Yeah, that's a.
RPGs, but I sort of assumed there would be kind of like Solasta where you can
Make your
get
own
games associated with it, but I don't. So far, I really don't see it yet.
RPG in a box. Do I have that? I don't think I do.
You would have got it through Epic if you've been getting it through any.
Oh, okay.
If you're getting the free games from Epic, you would have it.
It's probably on Epic then. Hobo, any suggestions? Anything you want to play?
Well, we're only talking, what, 4 weeks?
Roughly, at most.
Yeah, not that long. I would say probably your best bet would probably be MechWarrior 5.
Yeah, because all I got really is Solasta, MechWarrior 5,
Okay.
MechWarrior Online,
Yeah.
Star Wars, Old Republic. And
Which Star Wars game?
Old Republic.
Old Republic. Oh, the MMO. Okay. That's free to play, by the way. If you didn't already know that.
Yeah, I think they have a level 10 or 15 on the Republic side. What is it? The Casting Jedi.
The Casting Jedi. Oh, the. Yeah, I know which one.
Console.
We can always
Console.
console, yeah. But there's, each one splits off to different stuff. So, you can always do that. It's an MMO, but you have choices there of what to do.
It'd be something different. How big is the original download for that one?
I don't know what the download
Is that from Steam or is it from?
You can get it on Steam. You can download from Steam, or you can go directly to swtor.com and get it that way too if you want.
What's it called again?
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Space required about 48 gigs.
That's not horrible.
No, it's a fairly big game too. Yeah.
I don't see it on Steam. That's weird.
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 10th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2023 in San Diego is April 22nd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Yeah, it's a good game. It really is. I mean, you can play it solo or with group or in groups too. I've actually never played with anybody else. I don't think not somebody actually new. And I think group size of 4 is optimal. I think in most cases. I think.
But I have to start fresh on the Empire side. Or the fifth fight.
Well, we all have to be on the same server too. That's the thing, and I'm not sure how that works for.
Oh yeah, my Jedi is on the European server.
Yeah, we'd all have to be on the North American server, or we could all go to the European server, but I mean that's always an option. And starting fresh is not a problem either. It's just you're limited to how many characters you can have, I believe, which I think would. Hobo said you've played it, right?
Yeah, a long time ago.
So okay,
I don't know if I have anything anymore.
Characters should still be there, unless I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I know I still have my stuff. I think they migrated characters over to where they need to be. So
I'm not too hopeful.
No, more than likely you should be able to find your characters. They should still be around. So
Starting for fresh is fine too. So.
yeah, starting fresh is not a big deal. I just actually did that. How long ago? It was a couple months back in October, I think. I started a new character, fresh level 1, and got her up a couple of levels. I forget where she is now, but you can always, starting fresh there. It's actually not that hard at all. It's
So
the
PVE, PvP. How does that work?
PVE. There's PvP in the game, but it's totally optional, so you don't have to worry about that.
I mean, you can play EVE Online for free if you want to hop in for a few days. Just check it out.
Eve is way too complicated, though.
Yeah, that's a part of it.
I actually I was looking into it about a month ago again because I was thinking, I need something to be a little different, and I reactivated my account and went in there and went, oh god, I can't do this again. There's so much stuff to do in Eve and keep track of, and if you're not subbing, you're way behind the curve there too. That's the problem with that game now. Is if you don't
you
sub.
just post about Dungeons and Dragons Online. I mean, that's free.
Dungeons and Dragons is free too. I was actually looking at that one the other day, and they're the same same developer as Lord of the Rings Online too. And it's like, wow, this looks very similar, but the graphics aren't as good. So I don't know.
It's an older game.
And it's actually not. It's actually not as old as WoW and
2012.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Lord of the Rings and Online and WoW are both older than that game. Because they just are celebrating their anniversary. So 2012 for
10th anniversary.
Yeah, and Lord of the Rings Online is like they got to be pushing for 15 now or close to it.
Here in Steam it says 2012
for
Dungeons and Dragons Online.
Yeah.
Don't yummy.
Yeah, whatever.
Drink your water, you stubborn meatbag.
So. Again, there's multiple free online stuff to do. I mean, you've got Star Wars: The Old Republic, Lord of the Rings Online, Dungeons and Dragons Online, Elder Scrolls. That's free to play too now. Hell, WoW is free to play if you really want to go that route. I think EverQuest is free too. Most every MMO these days is free to play, and they usually have some type of subscription model or buying content. Because I think that's the way Dungeons and Dragons Online went. You have to buy content if you don't go the sub route. So, and there's still a Void Block shared the anniversary for Dungeons and Dragons Online. There's a bunch of free stuff that they're giving away. That links up on the Discord somewhere too if you want to go that route.
But you have to enter that special code for the free stuff in the game or on the account page?
In the game. You go into the game and there's a store button, and you click on the store button and it opens up a web page, and then you go to there's a coupon option at the top of the screen. You enter the code there, and then you get stuff. Just make sure you have a character created first, I think, because I think I effed up. So. Because I actually did that, like I said, last week or sometime.
It's free. It's D&D. We can all play it if you want.
Oh, I don't really care. In all honesty, I'd rather play Old Republic over Dungeons and Dragons Online. The Old Republic is a much better game. So.
Yeah, I guess.
WoW players are doing a hardcore thing now. It's a player server, but you have to delete your character if you die. Most do not make it past level 10. Had not played. Oh, that sounds no fun whatsoever to do that kind of stuff. I've never enjoyed that kind of stuff. What some are saying to stay interested in a game is to kill your character when you die. When the character dies. I don't think that keeps it interesting. I think that's frustrating because it's really easy to make minor mistakes in WoW and die. Actually, in any MMO that can happen. You just go the wrong way and it's over. So unless you're really familiar with everything, it seems kind of crazy. Not something I'd be interested in doing, at least. But you would never raid, that's for sure. Because raiding is, dying is part of raiding. So anyway, ideas, suggestions? mean, is anything in particular standing out to anybody so far? No?
Well, I'm easy.
What?
Like for the Star Wars MMO, yeah, that might be mild amusing for a couple of tries. What were the other options again?
Well, there's other MMOs to choose from.
Yeah, I'm not quite as interested for Lord of the Rings, or if you say the D&D one has worse quality than the Lord of the Rings one, then
The graphics, yeah, the graphics are kind of not as good as the Lord of the Rings one. At least that's my was impression. The brief look that I took the brief look I took. Sorry. Divinity 2 was multiplayer. Was it? Well, the problem with doing Divinity 2 is that's kind of what we're doing with Solasta. So that's really not something we can hop in and out of if you're going the storyline route there. With the MMOs, you can pop in and out of those no problem. So there's the thinking there. Is Divinity 2, we might as, if we're going to go that route, we might as well just stay on Solasta and start up another campaign.
Wasn't it today or yesterday or the day before? Icewind Dale Enhanced was free.
It's free if you're a Amazon Prime person. So if you have Prime Gaming, you can get Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition currently free on Prime Gaming. And it's free through the month, it looks like.
And it's multiplayer, it's not story heavy, it's mostly fights.
But again, you need to have Prime. So if you don't have Prime, it's not free. Unless you already picked it up somewhere else.
the other option you can sort of mix and match a little bit for the Fridays until it comes up to between MechWarrior 5, Barony, maybe a little bit of MWO, maybe something else.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing MWO next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next week for the last day of the fundraising stuff. So, but that's on a Saturday. Yeah, no problem, Raygun. Welcome to the stream. So Icewind... Oh, that's right. Icewind Dale's not on Steam. It's actually directly through Prime Gaming. Stuff.
Yeah, I don't have Prime Gaming.
Yeah, not everybody does.
I think it was also in Epic for free in the last Christmas, where they have one in every day.
Was it? Oh, it might have been.
What's it called again? Icewind Dale?
Icewind Dale, the enhanced edition.
I'll take a peek, see if I got it.
Was it? I don't remember.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified.
That's the wrong screen.
You will make him feel better about himself.
There we go.
That's it. Thanks.
That's the screen I wanted. Broadcast does not begin in 11 minutes. We're doing that right now. Anyway.
Nope, I didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
I don't see it on my list in Epic.
Yes, Veronica is thinking, why are they talking so much? I'm gonna go between them.
Okay, so. Just looking through games still, see what's things out there. Motorcycle Mechanics Simulator 2020. Where the hell did I get this from?
It's probably one of the free Epic ones.
It's on Steam, so it might be a.
Oh, I don't know.
It might be a humble one that I picked up a while back. It's 2021. No Man's Sky, but that's
It's an option.
so yeah.
Pardon me?
Do Hurricane and Hobo have No Man's Sky out of curiosity?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I mean, for some games, it's just the last push to, hey, there's a reason to get it.
Yeah, it's an investment in time, that's for sure. There's a nice learning curve to it, and lots of exploring to do if you want to go that route. And it's one of those games that you can put a lot of time into, but it is multiplayer too.
I mean, I like sci-fi, but every time I see pictures of it, I think to myself, someone way overdid with the color saturation on that game. It's colorful for my sci-fi taste.
Oh, yeah. That's actually the first time I saw it. I went, "This is a little too cartoony to be good sci-fi," but it's actually not that bad. The thing is the artwork that they show all the time is very colorful, but the game itself doesn't seem to be overwhelming. I don't think so. I mean, it's colorful on certain planets. Some planets are worse than others, but I don't think it's that bad. X4 is very, very deep and interesting too, but single. Yeah, X4. If X4 was multiplayer, that would be top of my list, but it's unfortunately not. Once or twice a week for a little while. It's a good game. I mean, when it first came out, it had issues, but since it's been released, it's been improved quite a bit.
It's still getting free updates. I think the last one was a couple of weeks ago.
Really? Okay.
April 6th, I think, or 5th, a day before Everspace 2 came out, which I'm addicted right now, by the way.
Yeah, Everspace is one of those type of games. 1 or 2? 2?
2. I loved 1, but all the same, but 2 is what a game.
And No Man's Sky updated again today. Yeah, that would explain the update button on my screen. Hey, PGA Tour 2K21. Everybody likes to play golf, right? No.
And X4 got another big update too.
Yeah, they just put out another DLC this week, I think.
Yeah, like the Everspace 2 dev said in the Twitter, it's a good week for space games.
Yeah. Project Zomboid. Well, I have Project Zomboid and automatic update, so that's something there. Too bad RimWorld doesn't have a better multiplayer. That'd be nice.
Yeah, it's rather limited.
Yeah. Nikatos, welcome back. Have you tried Spaceborne 2 as well? And it seems very interesting and weirdly developed by 1 to 2 people from what I've heard. Spaceborne. That sounds familiar. Spaceborne. Spaceborne is not on my... It's not in my library. Which one is Spaceborne? It's on Steam, but it's... Oh, this game. Yeah, I remember looking at this one and thinking, It's been out, let's see, release date is as 2018. It's $15. And what is it? Spaceborne is an open space exploration game with RPG elements. The world consists of different factions at war. You're an expert pilot. Blah, blah. Is it multiplayer, though? That's Star Wars Galactic Battleground Saga. Vintage but fun. Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. That's a shooter, right? That's not an RPG or anything. That's a straight up shooter, I thought. A sword. Or did X more closer to Mass Effect battle style on ground at least? Oh. But is it multiplayer? And even then it's... doesn't say. Star Wars Galactic Battleground Saga isn't a shooter? But Spaceborne doesn't look like it's multiplayer. Star Wars Galactic Battleground? $6. Star Wars Galactic Battleground Saga, you sure? Let's just shoot him. Oh, it's an RTS. Hey, Reagan, thank you for the... Yeah, the dogs are awesome. They're awesome sleepers. It's an RTS. Hey, Gray, welcome back. Yeah, I don't think we want to do RTSs. And even again, is it multi... We're looking specifically... Now, this is multiplayer, but... I don't think that's something we want. That looks actually... let's see. Did I play this? No, I didn't actually play this one, I don't think. I've played so many Star Wars games over the years, you lose track of which ones are which. I mean, $6, but I'm not really interested in doing RTSs for the most part. I got my fill of those back in the 90s, or for the most part. Anyway. So. Should we put this up for a vote, or I honestly don't know what to play for a couple of weeks. See, this is the problem. It's a short time period to do this before we go back to Solasta.
Hey, bag of water. It is time to take a break.
Okay.
Go stretch your legs. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay. We need to take a break this time, though.
Yeah, but I think probably your best bet would be jump around between MechWarrior 5, maybe a bit of Barony, maybe that MMO you're talking about.
I think Jeff wants to play Barony. He keeps bringing it up, so I think that's what he wants to do.
Well, I'll do it like for one Friday. Doing it for a couple of months, not as much, but for a couple of streams, it'd be mildly amusing.
Yeah, it would be amusing for sure. I don't disagree there. You can play U-Boat. U-Boat is unfortunately not multiplayer, Gray. If it was, that'd be awesome, but it's not. That's what we need. Somebody needs to do an actual submarine simulator multiplayer, as you can actually move around from compartment to compartment, first person. Nobody's done that yet for a sub game yet, which they should, because that would be fun. MechWarrior 5 is fun, yes it is. So, anyway, Barotrauma. I don't have that one. I don't think. I know the game you're talking about, but I don't think I have it. I might have it, but I don't think I do. Need to take a break though. So, how do you spell it? I'm not sure if you spelled that correctly. You probably did. No, you did. Yeah, you did. I do have Barotrauma. I've never played it. Mainly because, again, that's not what I'm talking about, though. Barotrauma is multiplayer, right? If I remember right?
Yep.
Yeah. But not many people have heard of it, so. Is there a true Star Trek multiplayer? There is a Star Trek Command. What is this? What the hell's the name of the game? There is this. I don't know if it's multiplayer. It's Bridge Crew, Star Trek Bridge Crew, I think it is. But
VR.
It's a VR game, but you don't have to play it in VR. But I don't know. I don't think it's an actual multiplayer game, though. It might be, but I don't think so.
A multiplayer game. I saw some funny streams.
Oh, is it?
One is the captain, one is at engineering, one is at tactical, helm. I think up to 5 players.
Star Trek Bridge Crew. I do have it. I know I played a little bit of it.
If we're talking about the same, there are many Star Trek games.
This one is specifically Star Trek Bridge Crew. That's the name of it. But how much is it these days? Came out in 2019 apparently, or at least release date. 2017.
Yeah, it's Bridge Crew. What I was thinking about.
And it's $25 US. So anyway, got to get up, stretch my legs. I really do need to get some more water. I'm out. So something to. But yeah, I'm not. If guys don't already have it, I'm not going to expect anybody to buy it. So don't worry about that. Anyway. There's some Solasta music in the background. We get up, stretch the legs, get some water, and I guess we'll come back here and kick around some ideas. Unless we're getting tired of doing that. But anyway, be back shortly. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the dog video, not this one that you're watching now, a different one. Be back shortly. No, sorry, that's actually not the screen I want. I want that one. There we go. Anyway, so what I was thinking during the break, real quick, we can. I like the idea of doing the MechWarrior stuff, MechWarrior 5 and online, and with the way I've changed the breaks now from every 2 hours to every 1 hour. We can actually split the stream into 2 3-hour segments there, playing say MechWarrior Online for the first 3 hours, and then second 3 hours MechWarrior 5. Now I understand Hurricane doesn't he hasn't played MechWarrior Online in a while, and Jeff doesn't have MechWarrior 5, so got to deal with that, but it's not a huge deal, I don't think. But anyway, and the reason for not doing a full 6-hour stream of MechWarrior Online, because it'll drive me nuts, and you typically run into the tryhards sometime after this time of day, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 Eastern is usually when the tryhards here in North America start coming into the game, and by 5 o'clock, an hour from now, it gets kind of bad. At least past experience recently, in the last year or so, for me at least, when I have played the game. I could be wrong, but that's been my experience the last few times I've done MechWarrior Online on Fridays and stuff. So anyway, that's a possibility for Fridays. Barony, I'm not opposed to Barony at all, but I don't know if Hobo. I don't know if Hobo has Barony or not.
I do not have it. I've never even seen this game.
You've never seen Barony?
No.
So you have not experienced the boulder rolling over you then?
No.
Jeff has.
How many times, Jeff?
At least a couple of times.
Just a couple of times. I might have rolled him over with a boulder once. Just once, though. I mean, it was very embarrassing for me, but...
Where is it? Is it on Steam? Or...
Yeah, you can find it on Steam. It's Barony, Barony. The graphics are very retro. It's basically... It's an RPG. You pick what class you want to play, and then you go into the dungeon either solo or with friends, pick up loot, kill stuff, try to level up, try not to die is the main thing. There's traps like these boulders that come rolling down hallways and they squish you if you're not careful, and that kind of stuff. It's a fun little game. I'm not sure if I could do it for another 6 hours because it is kind of stressful sometimes, but you could do.
Stressful.
It becomes less stressful once the boulder rolls you over, but yeah.
Yeah, because you just get to sit out for a little.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's how it works. I think it does.
Yeah. I think Barony is right now $12.50 for me on Steam, and on GOG it's on sale for $9.80.
And yeah, and you don't need to be on the same platform in order to play it.
It was lobby based, I guess. What we did.
Yep. Yeah. We had people on, I think, Epic and Steam, and it wasn't a problem at all.
You did. It took a little bit of finagling to figure it out, but once eventually we did, and it was quite stable.
Yeah, it was really stable. Yeah, not a problem.
And you don't need the DLCs. Just, I think some people can have the DLCs if they want, but it doesn't make any difference.
They just have the bear pack.
Yep. And if you've been getting the free games from Epic, it was free in Epic about a year ago.
That's right, it was, wasn't it?
That's the only reason why I have it.
Yeah.
It's amusing for a while.
And Ikatos, MW's problem isn't balanced mechs and stuff. That's not the issue for that game these days. It's mainly a small population, so you're not getting. You get a very broad mixture of player skills going up against each other because the population is so small. So you end up with these fairly new people going up against people that are really skilled and experienced, and they know the maps and really well and that kind of fun stuff. And when that happens, those people that are new to the game get rolled. I mean, and then there's many things. It's a typical the arena shooter. There's that kind of stuff. But if you have a big enough audience like you do in World of Tanks, you don't have that happen as often. But with a much smaller population like you have in MechWarrior Online these days, it's a problem. Because again,
the population right now is about 1,000 people any given night.
Yeah, it's
plus or minus 200.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Oh, well, that's what it's. I'm not going to do the campaign of MechWarrior on 5. I've already done that once. That's plenty, and I've got all but the latest DLC, so there's plenty of stuff to go through there as well too. So MechWarrior 5 is a very real option. It's my reluctance to play it is because Jeff doesn't have it. In all honesty, that's my and I don't want to leave you out. That's the thing. And I'm not saying go out and buy the game. It's just I don't want to leave you out because
it's only for a couple of weeks, so it's not really that big a deal.
Yeah, well, it is to me. Believe it or not, when I play games that are multiplayer and other people can't play, it bothers me. It really does bother me. It really does. I don't know why it does, but it does. So, so I'd like to choose games that everybody has very easy access to. They don't have to actually go out and buy to play it because they already have it. That's what I'm trying to shoot for, and
Well, if the other two has MechWarrior 5, I can very easily get it. It's not that expensive.
Yeah, but again, it's just kicking out. And right now, my thinking right now is to just, if we're going to do MechWarrior stuff, do like the first half of the stream MechWarrior Online, second half MechWarrior 5. Mainly because, and that's more about MechWarrior Online being an issue later in the evenings, because that's again when the tryhards start coming out here in North America. At least been again my experience. So
it's still that way.
It is. I figured it would be because it's prime time. We're coming up on prime time this time of day for North America. So, and the first part of the stream, when I start at noon Pacific, it's the end. It's getting towards the end of prime time in Europe and stuff. So. You still have Europeans and them coming in, and not usually an issue. At least been my experience. It's more chill, and that between say noon and 4 o'clock in the afternoon for me, it tends to be more chill. So hey Meerkat, welcome back. It's prime time because you've arrived. Yes, and then I'll also we don't have to worry about prime time Oceanic because they're still sleeping at that time of the day. They are just waking up this time of the day in the morning. So, again, it's that little sweet spot. That's not a whole lot of experienced people running around, or at least the hardcore people, because it's usually different time of day for them. So for a game this type, if you play on those since 1999, for oh yeah, I've been basically doing the same thing in Ikatos. Europe, Greece, same difference. Yeah, right now it's 2 a.m. So let's see. Yeah, for Hurricane, it's I think it's only 1 o'clock in the morning for him right now, so it's still early. But there's a problem too, is we do the second half of the stream MechWarrior 5. Then that's really late for the Europeans, or at least the European in our little group right now.
Yeah, it'd probably make more sense to start off with MechWarrior 5 then.
Or we can just do like cut off the stream early on Fridays, which Mrs. Gimpy would probably love for a change. That I don't stream until 6 o'clock at night. So
Yeah, you can do like the last hour of your stream, you with a brush, brushing the dogs down.
that's a responsibility. Sit in front of the camera and brush the dogs, if they want to cooperate.
I don't know, they would probably be shocked of what the heck you're doing, but
No, they get brushed on a somewhat occasional time. They could use a brushing actually right now. They haven't had one in a day or two. They could use one. Multiplayer is a lie. One uses the internet. Oh, no one uses the internet anymore. It's just a fad that fell off. Yes. Anyway. So MechWarrior 5, MechWarrior Online, Barony is an option. And of course the MMOs, and of the MMOs we talked about, I think Star Wars is the best of the group, in all honesty, as far as the free-to-plays go. And it might be the easiest one to start up a new group or new characters for too, if we want to do
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 10th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2023 in San Diego is April 22nd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. You have to be at work. You should sleep in 40 minutes, 9 o'clock. You have to be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning. You'll make it. You can make it on a couple hours of sleep, I'm sure. Anyway.
so it sounds like you got a rough plan.
Yeah, we got a rough plan. I guess we can just talk about what we want to try next week, I guess, is the first attempt there. Do you want to do Barony first, or do you want to do MechWarrior stuff first?
I guess that would be depend for Hurricane, since he's the one that has to stay up for it.
Yeah, Hurricane.
I don't mind. I would even try MWO if you would care to explain a newbie some things.
Oh, it's basically, like Jeff said, it's basically MechWarrior 5. The only difference is the Mech Lab is is a little bit more complicated, more stuff, more choices there. But the downside is if you're a new player, you have to, go through the whole introductory portion of the program, and use the weaker mechs to start off with, and work your way up. So that's a possibility too. I have 2 newbie accounts still. I've never really.
Is it even possible for you to join up a LANs and join as a group?
Yes.
Yep, you can do for the quick play version, you can do a 4-man group.
Yep.
Because I guess if that would be possible, like just click search for a game, I would land on European servers, or is there only one server nowadays?
There are three.
Yeah.
There are 3 servers. So North America, Europe, and Oceanic. And you can actually make it so that you only land on one of those 3, or all 3, or 2 out of 3.
You can choose where to play. Okay.
You can choose where to play. And
Yep,
and all
it works. You do like a group of 4. The group leader will dictate for if it's a particular server or free for any of the 3 servers to jump on.
Yeah. And I know I'm a horrible person. I always play in North America only, but that's just because. And the thing is, mainly because I had ping issues for a long time between between North America and anywhere else. So that's why I was stuck on North America for a long time. But I think, from my understanding, it's gotten better over the years between here and Europe. Oceanic can still be an issue, but we'll see.
I mean, if the connectivity is about the same as MechWarrior 5, I should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing as Gimpy, though. If you want to go that route, then I'd always have to create like a new account, because they use a tier system in MWO. So you start off with tier 5, and the way they got the 5 tiers, so that's brand new people that start off with tier 5. You'll play against either tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 people. So they make it people still learning the game. They're not quite as good yet. And then people that played the game for a while, they eventually get up to tier 1, which is where I'm currently at. If you got like sort of a mixed group of people between tier 1 and tier 5, you can get matches where you're up against brand new people, or you get the other extreme where you're playing against the best of the best.
Yeah.
So it can get pretty ugly pretty quick. So if we go that route, then I might just might try to create like a new account or something, which is easy enough to do. It was not that big a deal.
All you need is an email account, and those are easy to grab. So yeah.
So you want to go smurfing?
Say again?
You want to go smurfing?
Smurfing? At this point, I haven't played MechWarrior Online since October, and I've only been playing like every 6 months as it is. So, and if you, they finally put it in the system that if you don't play, it looks like your tier actually drops over time. At least it seems like that way. But I've been stuck in tier 4 for the last 2 or 3 years now because I only play it like twice a year basically. At least the last couple of years, it's like October and April for fundraiser stuff. That's the only time I've been playing MechWarrior Online lately. So my tier is stuck at tier 4, which I'm perfectly happy with because, it takes time to get your reflexes back and how everything works and getting familiar with the maps again and mechs and blah, blah, managing heat, whatever. And, it takes time to get used to that game. So I have no problem being stuck in tier 4 because that's pretty much where I belong. So.
Yep, that's all part of the fun.
Yep. And the funniest part is I have 10 million mechs to choose from because of how when I did play it and streaming and getting mech packs and stuff for free from PGI and that kind of fun stuff. Actually, no, I take that back. Some of them are free, but a lot of them I actually bought myself. So, but that's how that works. But you don't need to do that. So.
Yep, they got like a selection of they call them trial mechs as well, and they're not horrible.
No, and you can
good way to kind of learn the various weight classes and different styles of mechs, so it works.
And if you're a new account, you get the C-bill bonus still, right?
Yep, they still got I forget what they call it, but there's a big boost. They give you like a whole bunch of freebie stuff if you do the first 20 matches.
Yeah.
So you'll get enough funds. You can probably buy a medium or heavy pretty quickly.
Do they still have the training ground? Where
Yep, that's still there.
Yeah, you can make, if I remember right, you can make a couple of million just doing that too.
Yep, pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can make a couple of million C-bills in MechWarrior Online these days pretty quick, and you can have your own customized mech probably within an evening, I would think.
Yeah, in MechWarrior they're still pretty good they do events every other week, and they still do their freebie mech every month. Like this month, it's the Warhammer, what's it called? The Black Widow.
Black Widow, yeah. Oh, there you go, Hurricane.
I think it will be ways till I get that, or is it?
Oh, it doesn't take that long. You play a couple of nights. They made the Black Widow one for some reason quite quick to get, actually. It only takes about 6,000 experience or whatever, or match score 6,000. So on a couple of nights playing, you get it pretty quick.
6,000 match score, that's it?
Yeah, usually it's 9,000 to get the mech, but for some reason, for this particular month, they decreased it. And then they have the colors. That's for the 7,000, 8,000 unlocking. But for this month, 6,000. It's either 5,000 or 6,000 for that particular mech.
And to put that number in perspective for people who aren't familiar with MechWarrior Online, is a match score is what you get for your matches. And if you are going up against people of your similar skill level, you're going to be picking up between 100 and 300 points per match, depending on how things go for you. So you could pick that up within 20 matches if you do well, probably faster.
And the first thing you unlock actually is the 7-day premium time thing too, which
that helps. That helps too. Yeah. For people to return and at least participates in some matches to get it. Probably they're probably looking at their data and stuff and seeing who they know their population is dropping, so they have to do stuff to keep enticing people to come back. And the Black Widow is one of the better hero mechs too, because it's very versatile.
Strong mech. There's a lot of different buildings.
Yep, very versatile.
But I guess I would only play when we are playing, because like I said, I'm too addicted to Everspace 2 right now.
No, yeah, not asking to. I'm not even gonna play it every day. I'll be playing it on Fridays at most. So, actually, no, I take that back. Like I said, I'm playing next Saturday too for a little bit for fundraising purposes. But other than that, that's gonna be it. So,
No, if we plan to play it for next week, then I'll create like a new account, and I'll probably be using a lot of trial mechs and some other stuff because, like, having like one tier 1 guy with a bunch of sort of lower tier ones, and that you can get. I don't think you want those wide range of different type of matches.
no. The thing is even if you drop at 4, don't they try to put you up against other groups anyway? They prioritize you that way?
Yeah, like they're fiddling with Matchmaker recently, so I'm not even sure what they're doing with it anymore.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
I remember hopping in one of the first days in beta when it was open, doing an atlas on a frozen map. What kind of fun! And when did they introduce that training parkour?
Saturday
you can
and
do...
Sunday, April 15th and 16th are the monthly giveaways for April.
This is a long session.
A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. That's it. Thanks.
And thank you. Okay, so, and Hurricane, I think you're going to ask about the training academy thing?
Basic tutorial, that's the only achievement I have in MechWarrior Online.
Yep. Yeah, that Jeff, I just asked Jeff about that a little bit while ago. He goes, yeah, it's still there. And that's how you can make extra money doing that too for your account, so.
Basic tutorial complete. Unlocked September 27, 2016.
It's been a few years.
I know I did that and I think one match with, what was the 50-ton LM mech? Not Ballista?
50-ton what?
The 50-ton LM mech. The brother mech to the Centurion.
Oh.
Trebuchet, yeah. I did one match with that because it was a trial mech at that day. But I now see that Operation Widowmaker is here. Sounds fun. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah,
you can Widow a bit easier.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the free mech for April.
Until May 8th, sounds good.
Yep. So, easy enough. Again, Widowmaker is a great mech. It really is.
Yeah. On the Steam playtime clock, I have 55 minutes in.
Basically the time it took to do the tutorial in one match. That's good. I don't even want to ask Jeff what his time is. I think I'm up to 2,000 hours on MechWarrior.
4,145. Whoa. I think I got a problem.
That's 2 years of a full-time job, you know. Just saying. Of course, I'm up at 2,100 hours. So, and that's before I stopped playing it on a regular basis a couple of years back. So, I would probably...
It's only what Steam tracked as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's up to when it was on Steam. Before Steam, we don't even want to talk about, because I played way more before it came on Steam. So, yeah, we're not talk about those numbers too much. So, yeah. But yeah.
Hell, my most played game is Elder Scrolls Online with 2,887 hours.
Wow.
And then there's Battletech with 1,069. Nice.
Yeah, for me the only other games that are close is Grim Dawn, Valheim. Oddly, Citadel's still up there. More than No Man's Sky. That's weird.
Really?
Huh. I thought it would be the other way around, to be honest.
With this. So my top 5 are Mechara Line at 2,100 hours, Pathfinder Keymaker at 1,500 hours, Stellaris, which blows me away, at 1,300 hours, Warhammer Total
When
War.
does the new multiplayer version of Stellaris launch?
It hasn't come out yet.
Yeah,
They just advertised it. It's on
Okay.
its way. It'll be out shortly. My BattleTech is since it was released is at 1,000 hours, but if you take into account the testing portion, it's 1,200 hours. And then Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, I'm up to 976 hours, so I'll be breaking 1,000 hours with that. Probably a couple months or so, not even that long. And a Mountain Blade Warband band at 970 hours. And then a bunch of 500s and 400s. What was your Valheim at, Jeff?
474.
I'm only at 200.
Oh no, sorry, I looked at the wrong one. 626.
Oof, I'm only at 207. Oh, but Citadel's
414.
at 258 for me. That's shocking. I didn't really put that much time into that game.
Yeah, we used to play that a lot, but
I think because you only got over 3K and a few Football Manager versions. Yeah. Every time I look at my library numbers on Steam, I went, ugh. All these games that are over 100 hours, it's like they should have never made. Some of them should have never made it that far, but they did. Wow, Master of Magic, I'm already up over 143 hours. I'm impressed. I didn't think I've been playing it that much.
and Dwarf Fortress.
Dwarf Fortress, I do not have that much time into yet because I only play it for 30 minutes to an hour sometimes at most when I can, and I haven't been playing it this past week. I feel bad. Where is it? Yeah, Dwarf Fortress, I'm not even close to that. Hell, the Kryn series, I'm up over almost up to 30 hours already. I just started playing that the other week, or the last week.
Yes, you all know Subnautica?
Yes.
There is a pretty similar game just in space. Osiris New Dawn. There are some people that don't like it. It's under $10 now, 50% off. I played in very, very early access and quite liked it. It was around when Matt Damon, The Martian, was in the theater, so I was tempted. I loved the movie. I think I saw it 50 times since then. And so I got that game and I liked it. And it's in 1.0 basically now for a month or so. The dev said we're done and we're leaving it like it is, and some people get pissed off by that because of that. It has mostly negative now. But it was already in a nice state when I played it. And below $10, it has multiplayer.
Oh, that okay. Yeah, I know which one that one is. I don't think I have it.
What type of multiplayer is it though? Like you're playing the game off of one person type thing, or like Valheim, or is it more something else like a server?
Yeah, closer to Valheim. One has to make up the game, and it's saved on his. I think a friend of mine could play in my location without me being online.
Really? What's the name of this one again?
Osiris
New Dawn. You spell it Oscar Sierra India Romeo India Sierra.
Like the Egyptian god.
Yeah, Osiris.
Oh, yeah, her.
He.
Or is it him?
It's a he.
Oh.
It's okay. I don't have it anyway, so it doesn't matter. At least I don't have it on Steam.
But half off for me right now for Steam. It does look really interesting.
Europe price is below $10 right now.
Yeah, Canadian it's 13, so that's nothing. And it does look mildly intriguing.
Mildly intriguing.
You have different classes to start from. Basically, what kind of skills you start off, what kind of starting equipment. If it's still like the early access I played one when I played it last. What did it say? Oh, I have to get my library. That is.
For some reason, I have it on Ignore. Why do I have this on Ignore? Oh, because all the mostly negative reviews on it. Holy crap! Recently.
Last played January 2018.
So Steam reviews have not been kind to this game.
Yeah, mostly the devs said, okay, we're feeling good. The status is, that's it. Have fun. And
Yeah, that's
there
not
were some people that wanted more added, which they never promised to be there.
So abandoned by developer. They're saying none of the public servers are up anymore. So that means you have to your own private servers.
Yeah. And you can build mechs.
Yeah, but it's a private server thing that's annoying.
Oh, I don't know how the game infrastructure worked. I created the game. I don't know if there was a server I had to choose from, or was it just my game? If you need a server, so to speak, that I don't know.
But is it the same idea from Valheim, where you create like a character and you take that character to join some other person's game, or is it a brand new character that you need for the other?
And I don't know. I only played one session on my own, and one friend joined. That's it. 5 years ago.
Now, so the release date on this thing says January 18th, 2023.
Yeah, that's when they said that's 1.0.
Oh, okay. So this, they're showing the same video over and over again, it looks like. They're giant bugs. There's an oxygen system, it looks like. Oh, look, a mech. And a vehicle with guns. And a starship.
Gimpy is raising money for the National MS Society for the 10th year in a row here on Twitch. Walk MS 2023 in San Diego is April 22nd, but Mrs. Gimpy, Mickey, Rocket, and Gimpy will be doing private walks in April and May. They are walking 1 mile for every $1,000 raised. If you would like to help with a donation, please visit stompingoutms.org. Thank you.
Yeah, I know that games can get negative reviews for many reasons, but the thing is when you see a game that's recent reviews are mostly negative and there's 99 of those, that's not good. And then, of course, all reviews at over 12,000 are mixed. That's usually not a good sign. Not saying the game is bad, but stuff like that keeps me away from games. And the reason why is, based on what Hurricane just said, is the devs aren't working on it anymore. They basically said, this is it. And that's generally not a good thing either, believe it or not. Because when devs walk away from a game once it hits 1.0, that looks like a cash grab and nothing but. And that's not, that means the game is what it is. So, and with no public servers up, again, that's the devs walking away from it entirely.
Yeah, if you have to rent a server to just open a session game, no, that's not worth it.
No, that's not good at all. But is it like Valheim where you don't need a server to run it though?
I think so.
It doesn't look like it will do that though, because this looks pretty. The worlds are pretty big by the looks of it, so I don't think I'm just going to run on a computer.
I own it already. I can install it over the weekend and just test it out, what it's like now.
Okay.
How long is the discount up?
I like these type of games. One of my favorite games is Empyrean Galactic Survival, which is basically the same thing as this, but it's the graphics aren't quite this good. But
I love Subnautica, and when I played 5 years ago, this early access, I felt kind of the same, just in space. I got to the point where I got a starship, I could change planets, and on other planets you get other resources, and then I even didn't touch the storyline as far as it was implemented then, just to wait to 1.0, and then I forgot about it.
Right.
Well, I'm looking at the discussion page for the game on Steam here, and it's reporting there's a couple of recent ones saying that there's multiplayer issues. but how accurate it is, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's fairly vague, but still, if somebody is experiencing issues, there's...
Yeah,
well, it
they have a
depends on
new
what they mean.
around and they try to contact the devs, but obviously at this point,
Yeah.
I'm not getting any support anymore.
Mixed reviews
Well, the
only.
50% off is for the next 6 days.
Because I'm just watching the videos on Steam, and it's like, I don't know.
I don't know if it works, the multiplayer, and you guys want to give that a whirl for like a $10 game. If it's good, great. If it's not,
Well, the issue right now is if it'll run on a computer instead of having say run it from my PC and still be able to stream it. That's the question there. And if we do
some testing will have to be done for sure.
Say again?
Some testing will have to be done for sure.
Oh, well, the thing is, you have to buy the game to test it. That's the problem. That's the downside. And I mean,
we can stick to MechWarrior 5 and MWO. I rather test MWO.
It looks like you can do private servers for this game as well.
Oh yeah, you can do private servers, but the question is, how do they work? Is because private server can mean different things. Like with Valheim, you can do a private server, and I can run it right off of my PC, because that's what we've always done it. But you can also put it up on a rented server, and it runs better. And the question is Osiris Dawn the first or the second version? If it's the first section, I don't think it is, because it looks a little too complicated. It's more than Valheim from what I'm seeing on the videos. So I have a feeling you have to rent a server in order to do multiplayer on it effectively. Just a guess. And a lot of games are like that too. Like Empyrean, Galactic Survival. That's a game that you can run on a server. You can run it on your own PC, not recommended, because the game has a lot of stuff in it, and and if you do multiplayer, you can have people going, different parts of a planet, different parts of the galaxy, that kind of stuff. And it looks like Osiris might be similar to that, and similar game in that vein, and the fact that you do need an actual separate server just to run a multiplayer server or multiplayer game for it. So, just based on my experience with these type of games, that's what I think it looks like. I'm saying it doesn't look like it's a bad game. It just it doesn't look like there's that much to it, to be honest. It's just, I mean, it says it's a survival game, but I don't see any. All the videos they're showing, I don't see anything special. I mean, just running around, look at animals on a planet, and I don't see any building going on or construction. At least that's not what they're showing. It's mainly just, running around on the planet shooting stuff, by the looks of it. Am I wrong?
I have a bad feeling about this. Looking at some of the explanations of the bad reviews.
Anecdotes. You're not much into survival games, but watched streams of Age of Conan a year ago and it was fun to watch. We actually did Age of Conan a couple of years back now, and it's not a bad game. We mainly... When did we stop playing it? Because...
we pretty much saw everything that was on
that
particular map.
Yeah, that particular build before the DLC season came out. We pretty much done everything. And again, it's not a bad survival game. It's actually pretty fun to play. It's just that we did everything we wanted to do.
We did the update for, what was it, pets, and you can actually have horses and stuff you can ride, and they introduced magic.
Yeah.
So they introduced quite a lot, but still, if you replay the game, it's the exact same game.
Right.
But they got a new map now that you have to buy the DLC for, which probably will make it interesting again, but I haven't tried that out myself. But the base game itself, starting over again just for some pets and magic, I don't know, we've seen pretty much everything there is to see in the game.
Yeah, I think Conan might be more fun on a PvP server, but PvE, it's like I said, once you get through the content, there's not much to do because you've basically done everything. And PvP would just be, more of a pain in the ass, as these type of games tend to be. Island or something. Yeah, I haven't really followed Conan that much because, like I said, we did it and it was like, okay, it was fun. It was fun, and it's just that once you've worked through the content, there's not much more to do after that.
Yeah, at this point, the only time if you get like the DLC for Conan, then it'd be worthwhile to revisit. But at this point,
We are talking about Exile, right?
Exile.
Conan Exiles.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, complete edition, $150
For Conan.
Complete edition.
for the
All
DLCs and all the other stuff, yeah, I'm not too surprised.
Oof.
Yeah, the DLC is not cheap. I never bothered getting it myself.
That seems kind of hefty.
The newest one should be the Sorcery, right?
Yep, the newest one is the sorcery stuff.
Oh yeah, Age of Conan was the MMO, wasn't it? I think Age of Conan was the actual MMO that they did.
I played that too, and I loved it until the first island, the tutorial island, was over, because then the voice acting stopped. It has a great atmosphere, and I played that, what was it, the caster version, the shaman, the evil casters. And it was great! The voice acting was top-notch, and after the first island, it stopped.
See, and that's why Star Wars The Old Republic is such a great game, is because the voice acting never stops. It's the whole game is voice acted, which makes it so good. It makes it so much more fun to play. For an MMO that's somewhat out of, you know...
And I can report the German voice acting is really good, but over time you hear the same voice actors, but great.
Yeah. Anarchy Online. I enjoyed that one for a little bit. I didn't enjoy it as much as a lot of people did, though. I didn't think it was that great, but a lot of people liked it.
My name is Veronica, and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube, where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will feel better about yourself. That's it. Thanks.
Keep forgetting to have Veronica in order for you guys to hear her.
I heard her.
Oh, you did her? Okay. Voice acted MMOs of Star Wars and Elder Scrolls. Yeah, almost all of Star Wars is voice acted. It's always been impressive. And I haven't played Elder Scrolls since it was in beta.
Yeah,
mainly because Mrs. Gimpy didn't want to play it.
Also completely voice acted.
Yeah, that's what Nikito's is saying in chat. Anyway, so I think this
Before Veronica calls for next break, when will we decide if we start from scratch or from the DLC point of the campaign?
For Solasta?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we won't probably decide until we see when the release date is. Until we find that out. Why?
Okay. No, just a thought.
Oh, just
because if we start from scratch, it's a long play. So
I see what you're saying. Oh,
should think about what character he wants to play for that long time.
Right.
What ideas? Not that three people say, "Hey, I want to play this," and the only class missing would be a tank, and the last one says, "I don't want a tank."
Well, we can decide that now too. I mean, it's not that hard to do. So. I mean, that's really... But again, we can wait, and we can have a rough idea what we'll do. And
if someone says, I want to play one of the new races, definitely, or I don't bother. I was looking at maybe, like I said, the Tiefling Healing Bard, I would like to. Or if we have someone who wants to play Cleric or other healer, I also was looking at of course, Gnome Wizard.
Gnome Wizard. Gnome Wizards are classic Dungeons and Dragons for sure. I honestly don't have a preference. I have pretty much enjoyed almost. I'm saying I pretty much enjoyed every character that I've played in Solasta so far. I'm not a classist, so I play.
Only thing I would say, I love everything. I don't have a hard feel. I have some hard feelings with the monk. I don't like. I don't know why. It doesn't appeal to me. The Solasta monk.
The monk is fine. It's a little different than what I've expected a monk to be because of the way the key is used. Because usually in all the other monk classes that I've played in different Pathfinder and other Dungeons and Dragons games, they don't have key. They just do their stuff. So they're unlimited in what they can do. But in Solasta, they're limited based on how much key they have, which is based on level. And the first 10 levels are pretty rough because of that, because you go through key fast, if you're trying to maximize your damage and stuff. And so it's just a different. I actually didn't have any issues playing the monk. I probably would have had more fun with it if I had not been a tank, though, just gone the straight, DPS route for the monk.
It's maybe also a weird combination, the monk and as a tank.
Yeah, that was different. Running the monk as a pure tank was different. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't unenjoy it, but I think I would have enjoyed it more if it went pure DPS, like the monks are meant to be. So, but that was my only real issue with it. But otherwise, I really did enjoy playing the tank as a monk, or the monk as a tank. It was just very different and not really what I was expecting. But grew to like it, and it was fine. So, is it a bit rare for a classic RPG to have multiplayer? Yes.
I think Solasta multiplayer works really well, besides from the occasional desyncs.
Tech stuff. That's not huge, but yeah. The thing is, I think you are seeing more multiplayer in these classic RPGs because Solasta does it, Baldur's Gate 3 does it, Divinity 2 does it.
I mean, hell, even Baldur's Gate 1 has it in the first days.
Yeah, in the enhanced editions of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, they can do multiplayer now too, but it's not.
The original had multiplayer too. I remember that. Yep.
Oh, I never played that one or played it that way. So, but anyway, but but I think because of the age that we're in, you're going to see these classic RPGs coming out with more of them with multiplayer. Unfortunately, the Pathfinder games aren't doing it, and it doesn't look like the Rogue Trader doesn't look like it's going to have multiplayer either, which is a shame because those would be the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous multiplayer. I think would be fun, specifically when they have the unending dungeon type stuff with the DLCs and whatever. I think that would be fun, having actual multiplayer, so you don't have to worry about going through the whole campaign. You just hop in for this one particular dungeon and go. I think Owlcat has missed out on that one for sure. But maybe they'll learn. But it doesn't look, like I said, it doesn't look like Rogue Trader is going to do multiplayer either, which again is a shame, because that might be fun. Anyway. I most of the Divinity series except for the first, Divine Divinity.
Sea of Thieves, is that any good?
I haven't played it, but what I've seen of it looks like it's fun, but it's multiplayer if I remember right.
It is multiplayer.
Right, but it's also competitive multiplayer too, if I remember.
That's the part I can't quite figure out if that is the case or not.
Yeah, I
think he can do PvP, but exactly.
But I think is what it is. It's not necessary. It's basically, from what I understand, how it works is. Again, I could be wrong because I actually haven't done it, but based on what I've seen, it looks like you can, join up with a couple of friends and be on your ship and do your piratey thing, doing that stuff, and then you can run into other groups, and then you can have your little ship fights and that kind of fun stuff, and so there's that. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know if that's totally optional. It's based on what kind of server you're on, because I imagine that's got to be on a server for that stuff to happen. But But again, I didn't really get into the game because from what I saw of it, I went, this isn't something I'm going to play. So I never really looked too far into it because it just didn't strike me as a game I would play.
Oh, I thought it was free. It's $40.
What is?
Buy Sea of Thieves 2023 edition.
Yeah, looking at it now, it's actually not that cheap. Got it.
Really? Why is it so much?
I don't know.
Wow, $40. Celebrate 5 years since this game came out? Wow, I didn't realize it'd been that long. That flew by. A copy of the game with all permanent content added since launch, 10,000 gold bonus, and a selection of hunter cosmetics. So,
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Oh. Deluxe edition. I gotta hate deluxe editions. So anything, just to sell the friggin' game. Now it's a vast open. I don't know. I keep looking at this. It's not the game that I thought it was going to be originally when I first looked at it. Tried to find Divinity. It felt to an extent like Ultima Online single player edition. Maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe that's what they were going for. The Divinity games are pretty good.
Hey, bag of water. It is time to take a break.
There we go.
Go stretch your legs.
So, I think what we're going to do...
The stream ends in 1 hour.
I think the stream is going to end here in a couple of minutes because I don't think we have anything else really to do. We can discuss some more stuff if you guys want, but Hobo's gotten pretty quiet, so I think he might have napped off. So...
I'm just listening to your chit-chat.
Okay, that's fine. So... plan for next week, I think what we're going to do is take a look at some MechWarrior Online for a couple hours and maybe some MechWarrior 5 if we get frustrated with that. We'll see how it goes. And again, that'll be for Friday. Having said that, I will be playing MechWarrior Online on Saturday next week. Not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow for fundraising purposes because next Saturday will be the last fundraising day that will determine how far we walk for Walk MS this year. So if you want to see me walk farther, please visit stompingoutms.org, make a donation of any amount you want to, and thank you. And if you have questions, ask away. So anyway, that's the plan as far as next Friday, next Saturday. And thanks again to Jeff, Hobo, and Hurricane, and everybody coming out and watching today, of course. We did finish the campaign for, what's the actual title? Shadows are over Brightreach. It's a pretty good, decent story. Nice boss fight at the end. It only took us an hour, a little over, to do the final boss fight. That was good. But, you know, that's how it works. But we did it on first try and everything, so we did actually pretty well. And now we just spent the last, hour and a half or so discussing what our plans are for the future as far as Solasta goes and whatever. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break for Solasta for the next few weeks until we get a release date for the DLC that's coming out in May. Because currently, they're just the developers saying it's coming out in May, but we just don't have an actual date yet. So we'll have to see when that is. And until then, for the next, like I said, probably a month or so on Fridays, we'll be playing different stuff. Like next week, MechWarrior Online, probably MechWarrior 5, probably take a look at Barony at some point, and any other stuff that we might run into, like some MMOs like Star Wars The Old Republic or, you know, whatever. Again, we'll just be winging it on Fridays for the next month or so. Okay, having said that, stream schedule tomorrow is... that's right. Champions of Kryn. Continue with that. Sunday is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Day. First half of the stream is campaign stuff. Second half is the multiplayer, or not multiplayer. I wish it was multiplayer. Is the Treasure of the Midnight Isles DLC with Viewer Group 5. Also, Saturday and Sunday are the monthly giveaways for April. Giving out a $25 Steam gift card on Saturday and another one on Sunday to a lucky follower of the channel. Different person each day. And then scheduled for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, very much up in the air as far as what we'll be playing. Probably some more Champions of Kryn, maybe some Astro Magic, or Actually, there's a new game I need to look at too that I just got a code for, which is very unusual, but we'll wait until next week to talk about that one some more. But anyway, that's it. That's it. No dog brushing for half an hour for the stream then? No, I'm not ready to do that, Jeff. I'm not ready to brush them on stream. I have to pretty myself up and everything before I have a chance of being seen on camera. So, and hey, Banner, welcome back. Or no, you've been back. Anyway, Saturday, tomorrow. Stream starts at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT, right? Yeah, 8 p.m. GMT. Not right? Yeah, it is. Noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT. For some reason, that sounded really, really wrong to me, but it's right. Anyway, that's it. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a great evening, great day. Thank you. I just screwed myself up again. Getting a beard trim? Oh, God, no. That would make Mrs. Gimpy happy if I got a beard trim. Anyway, I'm sorry, now I can't talk. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great evening, great day. Wherever you happen to be, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you tomorrow.